As this room fill up, be sure you hit the like, share this content. Let that friend or that neighbor know where to go when it's time to tune in to the late night hype, baby. Come on. As they say, one thing we all adore, something worth dying for. Come on, baby. We stuck in this game, searching for fortune and fame. Come on, baby. Shout out to the notification squad. Swat up. Cowboys star leadership void times the water carrier media. We gonna break this down one way or another. Come on. Hey. Ho. Let's go. Get your hands off the oodles and noodles, baby. What we tell them, baby? Come on with it. What we tell them, baby? Give me a 1 in the chat if the audio is straight. Come on with it, baby. Where my dogs at?
Yeah, on paper, they're a better team.
Let's get it, baby.
They have all the
All right.
assets and resources that we don't. But let us get on the line, boy, and see if that factors in. Continue with one. Wow.
Come on.
I got beans and bologna.
Hey, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. One love to all. What's good with y'all, man? Come on with it, man. How y'all feeling, man?
Please come home.
What we got, baby?
I got beans and bologna.
Nay. Somebody, if you're eating beans and bologna right now, put it in the chat, man. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. The name is Law Nation. We talk Cowboys football and beyond, but one of the topic lines that I'm going to jump on is the water carrier situation, man. Now, granted, there are two things can be true, right? Two things can be wrong, but two things can be true. And one thing that I can tell you is that leadership, you can have natural leaders, right? You can have forced leaders. You can have leaders that learn the spot to be a leader, right? And normally those are your better leaders, those who learn from someone else who already been down there in the low dial, who already knows how to read a compass, right? If you never knew how to read a compass, then it's going to be hard to read a compass, right? You're just going to say, okay, which way do I go? But leadership is a multiple ways that you can look at it. Now, the water carrier, as you guys can see, this illustration of this older guy carrying this water buckets right here. Back in the olden days, water just didn't come out of a faucet like we see around here, right? They had wells back in those days. They had streams of water, and the water carrier was a subservient, right? It wasn't like he was a slave, but he was a tier higher than what they can consider that peasant or that slave, because he had direct access to water. And everybody knows that you need fresh water. But they would carry the water. And as you can see, he kind of hunched over because those water gallons were not light, right? And the owner would tell him, come on, get on over here, boy. Get that water over here. I'm thirsty. I need something to drink. And you better not splash it everywhere. Come on over here, kiddo. Get that water over here right now, boy. I tell you, get that water over here right now, boy. I need me a glass, you know. Pour it in my hand. I'm not ready for the glass yet, you know. And, I got to wash my, you know what, give me that water. And when they go to other areas, sometimes the ops, what they would do is they would poison the wells, right? They would put some substance down in the well so the well water would not be good. So they had to have water carriers, right, from areas that they know, which is fresh water. Or they would have a situation whereas they would carry one bucket, which is the clean water, and one bucket, which is the toxic water, right? But what I'm trying to tell y'all right now is that, in short, this particular front office got their own water carriers. They would carry any message that is for the people of the silver and blue with the star on the side of the helmet, or the star in your heart, which is the Dallas Cowboys diehard fans, right? And they would tell you, that person right there, you see Dez? Yeah, he's terrible, man. You know, he choked out his own mom, right? Allegedly. Oh, you see that guy right there? He's selfish. Oh, that brother right there, he's only about the coins. He only about the remuneration. Write that in the article. Nah, tear that up. You know, he signed today, so don't submit that one. But hey, carry out this particular news, because there's another player that played on this team that's unbelievable. They're going to give him a gold jacket. The moment he retires, he should have a gold jacket, right? And it's really, I really not really liking to bring this up, but y'all know me, I'm not here to lie to kick it to y'all. I got to tell y'all the good, the bad, the ugly, and that person is Zach Martin. How many times did Zach Martin held out, y'all? How many times? Were there any articles out there saying, hey man, he may be good and all, but hey, right now it's not about that. We got a guy named Tyron Smith who's been here forever during that time frame, and he never held out. He signed a 10-year contract or what have you below the status quo. Zach Martin held out twice, and the two times that he held out, I haven't found, or I haven't seen one article saying that, you know what, that's kind of selfish of him. Especially last season, when you're having to do with a new offensive line coach, right? Mike Solari never talked to Zach Martin to work things out, so he had to build the plane while it's in the air. So what's good for the goose is good for the gander. But there was not one subject matter of talking about that brother from another mother, no other, don't look like Danny Glover, Zach Martin. There was none of those conversational pools of him being selfish. Now, granted, that's my boy. That's my guy. I like Zach Martin, you know. But I understand Mama Martin needed shoes. Their kids were going to a different school. That money that he was getting wasn't enough, right? That's just what it is from what we heard, right? So this was the article, and I'm not going to click on the article because I'm not paid for their subscription, you know, but I'm going to paraphrase. He says Dallas Cowboys is David Moore, and you can think of a guy that's carrying water, and I don't know if you can zoom that in just a little bit, but if you zoom that in, if you can Photoshop David Moore head right here, that's probably what he looked like, carrying those water pitchers. He says Dallas Cowboys Micah Parsons is a star. That doesn't mean he's a leader, and then it goes into details. Granted, two things can be true. And I get with what most people are saying with the aspect of what he do with Podcast Parsons and always thinking out for himself or what have you. But newsflash, is he the only person in the National Football League that got a podcast, by the way? I want to know. I need to know. Come on, man. CeeLo said, come on, Lord. They said a soft holdout.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog.
Come on, man.
Hey, low key.
He ain't lying.
Gave him a soft holdout. It's a soft holdout, you know.
Right. I want my flowers while I'm living.
Well, you at Riggs, that's what it is. Riggs! Yeah, man. That one don't count, man. Did you hit? Yeah, I hit, man, but it was soft at the time. I wasn't fully extended into the situation. It was a soft one, you know. Let me get it again next time. You got to be hard from the start. You got to have hard, right? All right, so this was my response, you know, this was my response. You had plenty of chances to write this same article about Cowboy Zach Martin last season. You all really out here cherry picking and smearing anyone to fit a narrative or an agenda. However, keep being the front office water carrier. You right? Bring my guy back up, man. Bring me water, baby. Don't make me sweat over here. But that's the water carrier. He's carrying the information for the Joneses about the doggone Micah Parsons situation. Now, granted, it got a few impressions or what have you. But I'm going to tell y'all, my guy, Jay Tuck, been on a rampage over here. He says, wake the F up. Y'all don't see the trends with this team. And he's paraphrasing. Is Ezekiel Elliott a leader or a head case? Question mark. And now all of a sudden they say, hey, bring him back. He's a leader, you know. And then ex-Cowboy wide receiver says Micah Parsons is the most selfish player on the roster. And you guys can Google search who that player is or who said that. Cowboy Stephen Jones says Dez Bryant can be a distraction. And on top of that, with my guy, Amari Cooper, selfishness is hurting the team. Can you imagine, y'all? Hear me out. Hear me out with this. Can you imagine taking $6.5 million less at your job? The Washington, at the time, I believe they were the Redskins. They didn't even change their name at the time. They offered Amari Cooper $6.5 million more for him to refuse that contract, right? For him to come here and all of a sudden he is still considered selfish. Man, God dog, man. What more? What my guy Tyree said, man? Where he at?
What more do you want from me?
Spartans! Prepare for glory!
Oh, my goodness, man. Oh, my goodness, man. Oscar, appreciate you. Westbrook, appreciate you. Love you, Law. Just paying my little bit of the rent. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
Damn.
Thank you, man. A little bit goes a long way. Yeah.
Dread it, run from it, destiny arrives all the same. And now it's here.
I don't know about y'all, man, but shoot. 6.5. Look, hey, Jerry, since they saying Law, you on Jerry payroll, pay me about 6.5 right now. Boy, I tell you, boy, I'm on a new level.
It's an evil world we live in.
Shoot. But then slap me around and tell me I'm selfish. I wonder where that article came from. Because he wouldn't take the jab? Is that why he was selfish? Thinking about himself? Not knowing, what that thing going to do down the line, whether you're going to grow an extra third eyeball or something like that, or an extra limb, or you're going to start walking with a limp, Bell palsy and stuff like that. I don't know, But what I'm saying is that the Dallas Cowboys, they got a terrible habit of beating up their own. And we're going to play a little game a little later on. It's going to be about that list I'm showing you guys right here. But what I got right here is, before we go a little bit further into this, I'm supposed to lead off to this conversation and then spill over to the actual Micah Parsons and all of that. But let's just play a little bit of this right quick. It's only 38 seconds.
But they are all in
in on re-signing Dak Prescott. Eventually, they just haven't shown it yet, but I'm told behind the scenes they've made clear they don't want him to hit free agency in 2025. They want him to be the quarterback of the future, but their negotiation so far has been described to me as passive. So sometime this summer, they're going to have to ramp up the heat a little bit, come with a strong offer and get the ball going. But they made clear they're going to do that. They're just slow playing it a little bit. And you've had some other quarterback comps. A little bit, yeah.
A little
There's
bit.
some quarterback comps coming in. Trevor Lawrence in Jacksonville will probably get done at some point. Tua in Miami.
Yeah.
Maybe they're sort of setting the stage for themselves. And meanwhile, CeeDee Lamb, he can just sit back and watch and see what happens.
Now that's my guy right here, Fowler, and then as well as Dak Attack, he posted that. But what I want to play here is what I got to find from my guy Jay Tuck channel. And I'm going to touch on this Dak Prescott thing. For those who are out here who really, can't stand Dak Prescott, and I get it. I understand the same people that don't like Dak Prescott. Some of those people can't stand Micah Parsons, right? It's either DPF or MPF. Both of those things fit into the same equation with most people. So my thing is when we look at everything and we bring this about with leadership and everything, my guy Jay Tuck, he found a portion of what D-Law said when it was time for him to get his bag and his corn, and how he was able to squeeze upon Stephen Jones. This is how he was able to do it. Let me know if y'all can hear audio.
I told him, hey, man, Cowboys did a lot for me. I thank y'all for everything y'all done, but I think it's time for us to part ways. I wish that y'all cut me, and Steven's like, all right, I'm about to bring your offer to Jerry, see what he says. But
this dude said, go ahead and cut me, man. Cut me. Let me fly away, man. Let me depart from you. Let me go. And then Stephen Jones wasn't about that action like that. He said, look, hold on. Let me see if I can get daddy on the phone. You know what I'm saying? And that's literally a true story. You don't have to put allegedly on it.
I'm pretty sure, he's going to be pretty pissed about it because he just gave you $65 million.
Listen to this part.
So my response was, like, he ain't give me shit. Like, I earned it. You feel me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if Jerry wants to keep me here, like, he has to understand that this is what I'm worth. And plus, I'm actually showing love and helping y'all out. You know what I mean? Like, by offering y'all the relief in cap space. I told him, like, hey, man,
He said, basically, that's an ideology. That's a mindset complex that the Jones family have. That we are giving you money. You haven't earned a dime. We giving all of these players money. In our mindset, you guys should be playing football in Pelican Bay, right? Shoot program, or these guys, it's a privilege, man. That's basically what it is. Without us, you'll be working at Walmart, Payless, Dollar Tree, you'll be delivering packages for Amazon and beyond. Get out of here, man. I'll have you working at eBay, bro. Because we gave you $65 million or whatever it was. And he said, nah, dog. No, dog. I've earned that, So it's different ways that you can look at this. And when you have that mindset, and you having this family-owned business that been run the way that they are running it, there's no haste for these contracts. They can sit back and there's no repercussion for any of those boys. There's nobody that's going to be like, hey, man, get this job done. Get this deal done. Put that Johnny Walker Blue down. Accountability is what the issue is. And like I said, the avoidance of leadership, it starts from the top. You got to have, most companies have mission statements. What is your mission statement? What is your overall goal? What are your short-term goals and what are your long-term goals? Are you living off the backs of what you did previously and said, hey, we are the America's team, we are great, we are glorious and all thy way? Or are you ripping that all the way down and starting it at zero every single year? That's where this issue is coming from. You know, the fish rots from the head down. So when we start talking about leadership, I kind of brought this up in this excerpt here, and I want to go bring up. I want to bring up my guy Dak Attack. He had a great response to one of the things that I said, and I love it. You know, I love Dak Attack on the way his approach. He says, and this is a long list that I have, right? But I said, oh, I got time today. Since we're talking about defensive leaders and stars, players for the 2021 draft class, who do you all consider a leader of their team? And I'm going to name these guys out. And I want you guys to let me know open-heartedly, like let me know. Who would you guys rather have than Parsons? Parsons is only getting criticized because he plays for the Cowboys. However, I'm waiting to see who will you choose from this list. All right? So let's play this game. Let's play this game. Defensive lineman number one, you might have to zoom in. Let me put the water carrier up here. Let me carry this water, you know. Let me be the water carrier, you know. Let me carry some water over here, okay? Yeah, they put him right there. Oh, man, he got a nice beard, too. All right, defensive lineman. Christian Barmore. Would you rather have Parsons or Christian Barmore? Put down Parsons. Put down 1 if you want Parsons. Put down 2 if you want Christian. Davion Nixon from Iowa. Put down 1 if you want Parsons. Put down 2 if you want Nixon. All right, okay. Levi, you know, I can't, Enrique, however you say that man's name, I murdered that man. Would you like a pair of Levi's or Parsons? Oh, it's still Parsons. I'm going to put the answer for you. Aleem McNeil. Would you rather have Aleem McNeil? Because these are all of the guys from Parsons' draft class, right? And if any of these guys are considered a leader, let me know. Tommy, would you rather have Tommy or Parsons? Milton Wilson or Parsons? Jay Tufalile, however you say that man's name. Would you rather have him or Parsons? I'm going down this list. This is every of the defensive players, because what will happen is the water carrier from the Jones family will be thinking that you don't have a star-studded player with some form, shape, form of leadership. Because right now, Parsons' leadership is better than any of these guys that I just mentioned. Would you rather have a Tyler Shelvin or Parsons? Would you rather have a guy named Tonga, you know, or Parsons? Okay, Ariz Ojulari. Would you rather have him here with the silver and blue and the star on the side of the helmet, or Parsons? Oh, let me just give you that. You know, would you rather have Parsons? Quiddy. Would you rather have him or Parsons? I'm seeing nothing but 1s in the chat. I don't see no 2s so far. All right, would you rather have Jalen Phillips or Parsons? Joe Tyron or Parsons? Greg Russo or Parsons? Carlos Basham or Parsons? Jason Owuwe or Uwe, however you say that man, or Parsons? Joseph or Parsons? Quincy or Parsons? Jordan Smith or Parsons? All of these Parsons, okay. All right, so of course there's Micah Parsons. Would you rather have J.O.K. or Parsons? Would you rather have Zaven Collins or Parsons? Jamin Davis or Parsons? Byron Browning or Parsons? Jabril Cox or Parsons? Nick Bolton or Parsons? Chaz, would you rather have Chaz Surratt, or however you say that name, or Parsons? Pete Warner or Parsons? Nick or Parsons? Pat Surtain. That's where I probably would sit back and say just a little bit, man. Give me, you know, Pat Surtain is the only guy on this list that I would probably consider. But Parsons been a better football player than Pat Surtain in these last 3 seasons. It's only been 3 seasons. He's going into his 4th, by the way. Jason Sehorn or Parsons. Caleb Farley or Parsons. Greg Newsome, who is pretty good, by the way, but he's not on a Parsons level. Asante Samuel, or Parsons. Eric Stokes. Ifutu Melifonwu. Elijah Molden. All of these guys, man, I'm tired of yelling out Parsons. I'm seeing all of these guys that's on this list. I don't even have to talk about the safeties because the answer is you'd rather have Parsons. Now, I want to know out of this list of the guys from 2021, ladies and gentlemen, who is a better leader than Parsons? Who is considered a leader? I want to know. Who is leading their particular team in any shape, form, or fashion from 2021? Who would you want? I need to know. Any of these boys? What are we talking here? Parsons is by far your best option. Even with the antics, give me podcast Parsons over any of those boys on that particular list. So what are y'all crying about? What are y'all whining about? I see you whining and crying all over the world. Y'all whining over here over the Parsons, over what the water carrier is trying to tell y'all that he's not a leader. I would literally, if it takes Parsons not to show up at OTAs and still show up, who would you want? And you say, okay, well, give me one. This is not even up for debate. So this is a moot point. I need to know who do y'all would like to have with the silver and blue and the star of your helmet. Because any of these guys will be magnified to a degree if they play for the Cowboys. All of the love that you guys think that y'all have for this particular guy or for that particular guy, it will be flipped and it will be turned into hate. Who are these guys? Boy, it's quiet over there, bro. I don't see nobody sitting there banging on the table and saying, man, just give me the Pete Warner kid, man. Give me the Pete Warner kid. Out of all of that list, even if it was Pat Surtain, there would be people saying, hey, man, Parsons may be bad, but, man, shoot. Nobody never hung 70 points on us. Shoot. They hung 70 points on Pat Surtain. He was out there covering. I said, put me out there, Pat. Roll Tide, man. I can at least knock a person down, Shoot. So even out of this draft class, Parsons, y'all would still take Parsons. That's my only battle cry with all of this. Don't fall into the traps of what they would say that Parsons is not a leader. Parsons is not a guy that can take your team and do impactful things. Because even when we look at this thing, outside of what Nick Bolton, who played on a defensive-minded team, played on a Super Bowl kind of caliber team, he's the only guy. He's the only guy. But you would still take him. You would still take Parsons over him. So it's a moot point. It's a moot point. So my thing is, my response to my guy, and like I said, this is no hate between me and my guy, Dak Attack, because I think the world of Dak Attack. I'm telling y'all, he's one of the best at it. My response is, I wrote it somewhere right here. Boy, it's threaded longer than Shaq feet, but let me go all the way back to the beginning. Okay, here it is. Here's my response. Yeah. It is too soon. I said it is too soon. Remember, the cornbread isn't even in the oven yet. Around this time last season, Zach Martin was a no-show at OTAs and majority of training camp, right? Similarly, there was a guy named Nick Bosa. He didn't show up at all. He skipped all of training camp, all of OTAs over there in 49ers land. And now, granted, Parsons is a podcaster. He do a lot of talking, which he tend to talk a little too much, right? But I honestly don't recall a player from the NFL going into his 4th season asked to be the leader of his team with those high expectations. I don't know, man. So maybe you guys know. Name me a player that's in his 3rd season, right, that was the ultimate de facto leader of his team, or name me the player that went into his 4th season that, hey, you appoint and say, hey, that's the leader of his team. Because normally the leadership comes from either the coaching or that veteran guy that's already there. Look, if you never read a compass, right, you wouldn't know what to do with it if it's in your hand, right? If you never looked up into the sky and say, hey, follow the North Star, and you're trying to guide yourself, and you're sitting there like, I don't know what the North Star look like, you know, and you start singing, twinkle, twinkle, little star, you know, you just singing nursery rhymes because you don't know what you're talking about. Put it like this. If someone never taught you the alphabets, right, you're just not going to organically know the alphabets. And what I'm saying here is, who's the leader here? Before Parsons, who set Parsons down and said on the defensive side, I'm only speaking defense, I'm not even talking about offense at this point. Defense. Who was the leader? I'm trying to figure it out. Because at some point, leadership must be driven from above.
Get your ass up there, contain the damn ball. This is why we do it. Hey, too many missed tackles. Let's go. We're too damn soft. I just hate mistakes. I hate mistakes.
And that's what it comes from. You got to have someone that can be an enforcer. You got to have someone to say, yeah, I get it, but these are the rules that we abide by. Oh yeah, I get it what you do over there. And, you know, at some point, yeah, even now, I'm glad that you mentioned Ray Lewis. But Ray Lewis had Sam Adams, Tony Saragusa there before he came, and they had an identity. They didn't switch up different defensive coordinators left and right from different philosophies. And the craziest thing with that, even with him, they went and got a Peter, they went and got a Terrell Suggs. That team was loaded, man. They went and got an Ed Reed. Ed Reed came but later on, you know. Chris McAllister, all of those boys came a little later, and then I think the other pertain, you know, all of those boys, and then Rob Woodson came. They brought Rob Woodson over, right? Rob Woodson, you see, that team was built for this moment. I think even Dion came over there for a cup of coffee. So what the Cowboys tend to do is that they'll cut their nose to spite their face. They'll cut their legs out from under their feet. They would say, look, and I kid you guys not, I would have people to say, see, CeeDee Lamb is good. We didn't need Amari Cooper. Yeah, Law, you're right. We didn't need. Look at CeeDee numbers. He was good that year. We had enough to win with that. CeeDee Lamb. Yeah, we played to CeeDee Lamb. Don't you know how much better you would be if CeeDee Lamb continued to grow like that and you had Amari Cooper? Come on, you know. We were only blessed for one season to see that connection together with a healthy quarterback. 2021. And then people would still complain about that. I had the people to hit me up and say, when I post a video of CeeDee Lamb is about to torch the NFL, the first 5 or 6 comments was, hey, man, he torched the NFL last year. And didn't get us nowhere. Where did it get us? First round out of the playoffs. Man, and I'm old enough to remember Barry Sanders torched the league for many of years. Oh, excuse me, Randy Moss torched the league for many of years. Hey, Megatron torched the league for many of years. None of those boys got hardware, by the way. But we are our own fan base that would listen to the water carriers, right? And we will also beat up our own guys, especially our star-studded guys, because of our lack of success in the postseason. But there wasn't many people saying, hey, man, Randy Moss trash, man. Oh, my gosh, man, Randy Moss is trash. Hey, man, yeah, when can he do it in the postseason, man? Hey, Barry Sanders good and all, but when can he do it in the postseason? But people fail to realize, those who didn't watch football, Barry Sanders had teams around him. He had Herman Moore. Herman Moore was nobody to sneeze at. He had a quarterback that can get him the ball. He had a Hall of Fame offensive lineman. Look it up. But y'all listen to the water carriers and think that, oh, man, he was just on some sus team, man. Nah, shoot. Yeah. Megatron. Boy, Megatron was around some good. Boy, they had some good teams with Megatron. Oh, man, come on. Stafford wasn't trash, though. Trash QB. Stafford wasn't trash. Megatron. Stafford, then they had a good running back. You know, I forgot his name, tip of my tongue. They had weapons. Fitzgerald, too. Yeah. Larry Fitzgerald, shoot. Anquan Boulder. Anquan said, let me get on up out of here. Let me go get me a ring, you know. But, you know, Rams needed 4 wide receivers to win. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, ladies and gentlemen, the funny thing is, Kurt Warner is a phenomenal Hall of Fame quarterback. You take away those wide receivers, Kurt Warner's a backup quarterback sitting on the sidelines saying, hey, Kurt Warner ain't the same without Isaac Bruce and was it Kendricks and all of those other boys? And Kurt Warner wasn't the same without Larry Fitz and all of those boys too. You take away them, Kurt Warner was pedestrian. It looked like I could throw the ball better than Kurt Warner. Come on, man. Yeah. Tyrone Church said June 1st is tomorrow. Yeah, Torrey Holt. Yeah. Isaac Bruce and all of those boys. Look it up. Kurt Warner, without them boys, he didn't look that good. So people need weapons. Yeah, Oz Hakeem. Yeah, Oz Hakeem and all of those boys. Kurt Warner came from working at a grocery store. Shoot, but he had them boys out there. Shoot. So that's what I wanted to tell y'all, man. And Marshall Faulk. People fail to realize that Marshall Faulk. Yeah, that Marshall Faulk was something else, man. Shoot. Yeah, everybody who played Madden, yeah. They know about that doggone Marshall Faulk. But Kurt Warner, he lost his job to Eli when he went to the Giants. Who remember that? Some people don't remember that, though. But and leadership is leadership. And leadership is a thing that I'm going to tell y'all that is hard to come by. And this is where it all started at. These two guys who's trying to figure out how to become a leader, what need to be done without a real tangible person to show them the way. We blessed to have a real young team. We are blessed to have a real youthful team. We are blessed to have a team that can learn by their mistakes. But we also troubled by our past history. Because people going to say, hey, man, you know, when Roger Staubach was here, I'm like, dude, man, that was so long ago, man. That coach Roger Staubach had 20 consecutive years of winning, bro. Coached for the league for 30 years. And how difficult, I think that this is the number one thing that people fail to realize. Out of almost 30 years, I'm using this word very loosely. Don't shank me with the butter knife. Just 2 Super Bowls. And he's one of the greatest coaches of all time. 2. And when they start talking about the 90s Cowboys, Boy, when you look at that team, no weak spots. Quarterback that can get the ball to the receiver, a running back that can run in between the splits, even a fullback, a front five, a number one or number two defense respectfully, defensive guys that's willing to come downfield and hit, and then once you got tired of that, they make other acquisitions to get a guy by the name of Deion Primetime Sanders to get you one ring. We are definitely not close to those two teams in the last few years. We're not. But the expectations, even when we had Jason Garrett here, was Super Bowl or bust. Super Bowl or bust. When we had Wade Phillips here, Super Bowl or bust. Expectations never changes. Dave Campbell, Super Bowl or bust. Shane Gailey, Super Bowl or bust, baby. Shoot. And it never will change. This season, this Super Bowl, they don't care about any of those shortcomings because they're going to chalk them up as excuses. Yeah, my guy says less teams in the NFL too. Yeah. That goes to show you how difficult it is. On one end, how many seasons Aaron Rodgers been playing in the league? How many seasons? Can somebody put that down real quickly for me? How many seasons Drew Brees been playing in the league? Poor guy. One ring. Don't you know how difficult? People think that it's easy to get to the Super Bowl and win it all. Yeah. Like what we're seeing with Pat Mahomes and stuff, people, you got to understand that time that Andy Reid learned from the 49ers, developing, training his craft, and then from the 49ers going to the Eagles, training and developing that craft and got through all of the hardships. And then when he finally got to his own baby, the Kansas City Chiefs, and was able to build his program without thousands of cameras in his face, was necessary. Completely necessary. And all three of those Super Bowls he won, even those were not easy. Game of inches. Oh, Green Bay. Well, I thought now hold on now Reed never was with the 49ers. Now I hope I mind a little. I'm gonna fact check myself now. I thought Andy Reid started with the Niners, then he went to Green Bay. Let me look it up. Let me pull up Wikipedia. Since you called me out, bro. You called me out. Let me pull up. I better not see no 49ers in it. Oh no! All right. You send me something, man. All right, man. San Fran from 83 to 85. So give me something, man. Give me something. He learned something from 83 and 85. San Fran State. Damn. You right. Damn, you right. God dog. You right. I'm wrong. UTEP, Green Bay, shit. You right. God dog it. I thought I was right. I thought I had you, boy. San Francisco State. You right. I'm wrong. Boy, I say, boy, Tom Landry was a baller for the Giants. He was a kicker, wasn't he? He was at UTEP. No, he learned under Holmgren. Yep. Pat Mahomes make it look easy too. But see, that first Super Bowl that they won, and I'm not taking away from Pat Mahomes, but who should have won that MVP in that year? I'm just saying, if they didn't have run game, I don't think they beat the 49ers. He came from BYU first. Man, but y'all some historians in here. Former Seahawks coach, that's Holmgren, yeah. But let's go back to this point right here, since I was so wrong on the other one. I'm right on this one, though.
Everybody got to step up. I feel like we got to all look in this mirror. You know what I'm saying? We got to deal with this one, bro.
On our accountability. Bro, I'm telling you, anybody who jump off sides in camp, we just going to run, bro.
Like that point,
we gotta own. Like it's so much stuff that we kept just pushing off. Like we gonna get it right. We gonna get it right, and boom. Like
there's no more pushing off, bro.
You talked about the leadership.
All right. Ho. Now, OTAs is voluntary. Mandatory camp is when we hit training camp, right? When it's mandatory. Here's what I want to say with this. Parsons and CeeDee Lamb is speaking from the area of that they don't know the business side of it yet. They don't know how it can get nasty. It can get smearing, campaigning, right? They don't know when the honeymoon is over with. And when somebody stare you down and look in your eyes and say, hey, you're not worth it. Those are things that he's going to have to learn on his way. So when his agent say to him, hey, we got to have some type of discourse. Because the more you just show up and be happy and go lucky, you're playing right into their hand. The Cowboys damn near want you to play for free. The time I was talking to my brother earlier this morning, and he was saying that basically, hear me out. The 49ers saw what they seen in Fred Warner, and they paid him 2 years earlier than what the time is supposed to be, or a year earlier than what his time supposed to be, because they didn't want to have him going back and forward with the money situation. Because I was telling my brother that we got less money than them, and he's like, "How is that even possible?" And I said, well, it's because you guys pay your guys early. And he said, yeah, they paid Kittles early. Now, they slow-footing it around with Brandon Ayuk right now. But I would tell you guys that right now, the earliest and the cheapest way that you, my friend, can get that discount rate for these players if you pay them early. Right now is not the time to fight with Parsons unless he is wearing thin. And that's one of the things that the Cowboys don't know how to hide. They don't know how to hide. So the only thing is, when those smears came out, patients wearing thin within the locker room or within the confines of the front office, those are real tangible things. How you think he's supposed to feel about that? When they mention another agent or they mention another player with CeeDee Lamb, when Stephen Jones mentioned, hey, you know what? The Jay Jetta, there's Jefferson kid, him and his agent, you don't think that they are talking and negotiating behind our backs and leveraging the situation? That come back to bite them a little bit. He said, man, why y'all don't believe in me? Why y'all don't believe in me? That's what this is all coming around to. And I'm going to use this example one more time. Today is Friday, right? And for those who got paid on Friday and who bosses say, hey, man, look, don't worry about it, man. We're going to make sure we pay you on Friday. You felt good when you did like this. Okay, yeah, the payment is there. But for those who got that same message and said, hey, man, we were going to pay you on Friday, but is it possible that you can come by Monday or Tuesday to pick up your paycheck. Payroll is a little behind today. You're going to feel a certain type of way. You're going to be looking at this thing like, wait a minute, I had plans to do things on Saturday and Sunday, man. I got tithes and offerings. That's when you want to pay your tithes and offerings. I got tithes and offerings to come out on Sunday, man. Wait a minute, you ain't going to pay me on Friday? You told me you were going to pay me on Friday. Now I got to wait Monday or Tuesday? Your morale changed. And y'all know I'm telling the truth. It don't matter if you get paid $8.50 an hour, $16.50 an hour, $28.50 an hour, or $45 or $90 an hour. You still want to get paid for your work. And this dude, C.D. Lamb, is looking around. He's saying like, man, oh my goodness, Saint Ahmad, the Sun God got paid. Smitty got paid. AJ got paid. Twine, man, God dog, I'm better than those boys. Don't worry, man. Don't worry, man. Your check coming on Friday, man. You know, next Friday, we're going to push it back. That's how this is. Man, I promise you, man, I'm going to give you your money by Wednesday, man. We'll see what happened. You know, I got to go pay Cavante Turpin. I got to go pay. Look, what about me, baby? What about me? When my money gonna come in? Don't worry about it, man. We got you, dog. We got you. Then another week go by, and another week go by. Y'all know I'm telling the truth. Some of y'all in that same situation right now. Some of y'all right now saying, well, I ain't gonna show up. I ain't gonna show up Monday, man, because I showed up all them other weeks. I ain't gonna show up Monday until I get that paper in the hand. But for those who's getting payment, who's not on a contract situation, they showing up early for work. They bringing donuts and everything, man. Oodles and noodles and everything, man. Shoot, the bosses that got paid, they getting them extra bonuses and stuff. They saying, hey, you got 59 minutes, man. You can get off a little early. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Quote, unquote, leaders always expect to take the cut from the team. You know, yeah, true that. If they got interest and crazy investments with this team, but none of these guys got that. All of these players know that they are Ryan Shazier hit away. No joke on that, right? DeMar Hamlin away. And if you work at one of them strange jobs that pay a lot, they pay a lot because there's a lot on the line. They don't pay the person that flipped the burger the same as the contractor that be on top of the roof that's on the skyscraper. They don't get paid the same. The risk is not the same. Yeah, good talk. Kevin King says, Kevin Nichols says a good employee bring tacos. Yes, indeed. Omar said, how you gonna pay them supervisors before me, man? That's when you start going to all of the meetings and stuff, man, and then whistleblowing. Such and such has been laying up with the supervisor. Yeah. So what it is basically, you're supposed to take care of those, man, that you know is talented.
Guys have to step up, especially you as a leader. How do you think that role will evolve for you?
You know, it evolves tremendously because I think at the same time, people forget they be wanting young guys to be leaders, but, you know, you got to put time served in. You know, you got to earn your stripe, earn your right to speak, and lead by your actions.
What kind of leader do you want to be? What do you think are the assets that a really great leader brings to the NFL?
You know, I think a great leader that brings to the NFL is, you know, a guy that puts his teammates above, makes everyone around him better, who's going to calm us down, who's going to set us up to get a stop or, you know, create a turnover, things like that. So I definitely think I can be that guy.
We got to be.
He said he think he can be that guy. Now, like I said, that cornbread is not even in the oven yet. Got to give him time. OTAs is not here, and we don't know who is advising him. But they probably telling you, man, you got to figure out a way to get some leverage on this thing. If not, them boys will have you playing for free. them boys will have you sitting back here saying that, it's your responsibility. We gave you the land. Shoot, we gave you all of the land. We're going to sharecrop this thing. You just got to work the land. And we'll split whatever you make off the land. But we giving you the land to work on. Sharecrop this thing. Come on, baby. That's just how it is, unfortunately. And then when you refuse to do that, then they will tell you, man, hey, man, this dude is selfish. He's not a team leader. What's the difference between right now of Micah Parsons and Zach Martin? What's the difference? What's the difference? What's the difference? How can selfish be selective? How can setting the example be selective? Mike Solari, he was trying to change the mindset of all of those offensive linemen from the Joe Philbin situation, and he's sitting there saying that the leader of the offensive linemen, he's not here. And we got this other guy on the pitch count. I can't even install my program correctly. Now I getting good stuff going. No wonder in that Cardinals game, the backups look better than doggone the starters when they put them in the game. What's the difference? Why all of a sudden the expectations got to be higher here, but for the 49ers, Nick Bosa, he was out there training, running through trees and stuff, man. And no one was saying, hey, man, he's selfish, man. He's holding out for money, man. When Aaron Donald did it, what's the difference? Parsons accomplished just the amount of things or more than what Zach Martin did in his first 3 years. Let me know if I'm wrong. They was on the same wavelengths. Zach Martin held out twice, by the way. Why is it all of a sudden, okay, it's cool to smear one guy, but not smear the other one? I'm just trying to figure this out. People acting like Parsons been here for 10 years. The dude been here for literally 3 years. Now he's going into his 4th season. If the Jones family do what they supposed to do, then we won't be talking about this. You said you're going to pay me on Friday. I need that paycheck. Run me that check. Every star holds out. Yeah. 40 acres and a mule is what Jerry is promising. Yeah, man, shoot. My people still didn't get them 40 acres, man. They still waiting on the mule. Give me the mule, man. Give me something, man. Give me at least the water that y'all been talking about, man. Shoot. Yeah. So it is what it is. And the NFL, I guess, it do stands for not for long. But y'all got to understand that these guys, man, and I'm look, I've been on record. I don't like the podcast joint. I don't like it. I'm sitting here saying, hey, man, you a few episodes off, man. I need to hear this week's episode, man. Where you at, Bleacher Report, The Edge? Come on, man. I'm ready to hear Parsons. I want to hear his thoughts. It should be one of these buttons right here, no days off. What my button at? No days off. Come on, give me some. No days off. Damn, Parsons, you holding out on us, man. Come on. Come on with it, man. Shoot. But with all jokes aside, we will see how Mike Zim controlled this. Here's the other thing that I said. Yeah. Them boys no called or no showed on wild card weekend. Yeah. Because everybody said, man, we want dogs, man. We want dogs. But nobody want the dog trainer. Nobody want that dog trainer. Nobody want that stern coaching. Man, we want discipline on this team, but nobody want the discipline. Nobody want that, man. Shoot. Be in bed before 10, man. You know, wake up early before the sun. Beat that sun up, man. Run the hills, run the fields, man. All of that stuff, man. You know, everybody want to be great, but nobody want to put in the time and the work to be that, you know. Yeah. OSHA, appreciate y'all. But man, it was a great show, man. I appreciate y'all. Normally I'm not live for an hour this late at night, but I thought that I wanted to talk to you guys about, you know, the leadership. Two things can be true. And granted, what I'm saying is collectively, even for the David Moore piece, I'm not saying that he's 1,000% wrong. But what I'm saying is I want to caution you guys on what to expect from leadership. People would tell you, man, don't put paint on a turtle back. It stunts its growth, right? But if you don't know that, then you will paint the turtle back and you'll say, oh, look at cute and cuddly. But the turtle uses the sun to grow, his shell. It absorbs the vitamin D from the sun, and that's how the shell extends. But if you don't know that, you just think it's cute to paint the turtle shell. If you think I'm lying, look it up. Are you a turtle? You don't know. So what I'm saying is that life is a hit of series of circumstances and events that's put into place. Football is the ultimate team sport. Just like I mentioned Herman Moore. I mentioned, you know, Megatron. I mentioned Dez Bryant. Randy Moss. None of those boys got rings, man. But you would love to have those boys in their prime on your team. Barry Sanders, right? But if you don't have, look, the craziest thing of it all, if you don't have the right pieces in place, man, shoot, you would never get that ring. Yeah. So that's just what it looks like, man. So all I can say is I would suggest if I'm the Cowboys, I'm bringing in some veteran coaches, guys in there, right? I'm bringing in this guy right here. I'm bringing in him to just talk to him.
Let me crack your cranium and fertilize your brain.
I'm bringing in him. I'm having a daily meeting with Troy Aikman to come in the building. I'm bringing back Emmett, right? That's all on the offensive side. Charles Haley, you know, I seen him with the flip-flops out there, working out with those boys on the sideline. He need to be there. I need to have Charles Haley right before these playoff games to be in there talking to these boys. One of the moves that I'm seeing that Mike Zim is doing, and he's doing it real subtly, that he's bringing in some guys that he know that can push some things, that can tighten up some stuff. Sometimes, you know, when you have that wobbly table, it's not time to throw it away. Get you an Allen wrench, man, and tighten it back up. Sand it down, rub it down a little bit, and refurbish that thing. You don't have to throw away the whole table. And that is what this team is doing. Yeah, and Marcus said the biggest thing, y'all. He said, slow your expectations down. Especially when you don't have, like, I can tell y'all, Eric Kendricks get it. He's the only person right now as of May the 31st. He gets it 100%. He got it. Even though there's some new wrinkles within the confines of this defense, he knows the personality of Mike McCarthy. Not Mike McCarthy, or Mike Zim. He knows the personality. So when he hears a certain thing, when he hears, where that button at? When he hears this right here.
Get your up there, contain the damn ball!
He said, man, coach ain't playing around today, y'all. Yeah, some burpees today, man. You was a little late. Hey, chill. Who been in like that before? Hey, chill, bro. Chill. Ain't time to play around right now, dog. Coach ain't feeling it right now. Hey, man, that assignment, you went rogue, man, and gave up 4 yards. But it wasn't the first time. Man, coach don't like that shit. You know what I'm saying? Who been like that on the team? Coach don't like that shit. Right there, man. You know. But when there's two different sides of this right here. There is that empathy and there's sympathy. And there was a lot of sympathy stuff that went on, you know, last season. And I'll never forget, you know, that 9 times out of 10, and I'm not saying that the ladies here like this, but I'm saying that some of the ladies I knew, you know, you cut your hand. Oh, I cut my hand. Oh, baby, put a little Band-Aid on. I got some Neosporin I can put over it, and just don't worry about it. You know, you cut the grass next week or cut the grass on another day. Shit. Granddad would say, man, boy, man, wrap that damn hand up, man, and get out there and cut that damn yard. And meet me down yonder so we can move this round bale of hay look to the shed right there. You know, no. You know. You couldn't fool Granddad with that stuff. Pops, man, I cut my hand, man. I need a tetanus shot, man. Shoot, Pops, like, get your ass up. Pops will cuss you out real quick and then tell you he still love you, right? But you going to be working. Got a headache. Headaches for chomps, man. Come on. Pour some alcohol on it. You'll be fine. Oh, my back hurt. What back? You got a gristle. You don't got a back yet. You don't get a back until you're 45, until you're 50. And I'm sitting like, I'm still waiting on my back, y'all. I don't even have a back yet, y'all. I'm telling y'all the truth. Down yonder, man, them old folks, man, and shoot, Granddad, man, with a first grade, second grade education, that's all he had. Strongest man I ever met, man. Shoot, 175 pounds, but, man, he can move a mountain, man. He'll catch them swear bells and, man, just throw them like this into the shed. A big old rat would jump out. He would just grab the rat, squeeze, and throw it out the way and still continue to throw. I said, hey, that snake on your boot. That's why I'm wearing boots. Y'all know about them long boots. He wore the long boots so when the snake bites you on the ankles, he can't penetrate. Kept it moving. You tell y'all young folks, man, y'all think y'all so cute with them shoes on. I told you go get them damn boots. And he cuss you. When he cussing at you, he love you, you know. They built different. God stopped making those guys. God said, man, I'm tired of making them all. Them hard soldiers right there. They get gray hair when they're 14, you know. But, man, it was a pleasure talking to you all. But what I'm trying to say here is, hey, y'all just going to have to take time on this cornbread with Parsons and CeeDee Lamb. They talking about this is what they think leadership is about. They can say all day what they think leadership is about. But ain't nothing like, you know, getting it as the process go. And that's the long route the Cowboys decided to do. Now, CeeDee Lamb, he may have to lean on Brandon Cooks a little bit, right? And CeeDee Lamb, I think he caught wind of who he is already. But one thing that CeeDee Lamb can't do is have that Jay Leno face in the postseason, right? When stuff ain't going his way, he going to have to snap out of it. He, hopefully, he understood that this season. That's a learning lesson. And then for my guy Parsons, my only thing is it got to be the MJ effect. I'm not saying that Jordan needed Pippen, but it's tangible evidence that he was 1-9 in the playoff games without him, you know. 0-3 in playoff series without him, you know. Oh, in final appearance, big old and a you know. So no 60+ wins, no 50+ wins, no MVPs and all this stuff. So hopefully, man, I'm not saying this could be the reversed effect that Eric Kendricks can be the Pippen to Micah Parsons Jordan effect. But this should be a situation that we have to say to ourselves. And there's two different sports too, by the way. This basketball analogy versus football analogy. My biggest hope would be that Mike Zim can tell him, hey,
Get your up there, contain the damn ball. This is why we do it. Hey, too many missed tackles. Let's go. We're too damn soft. I just hate mistakes. I hate mistakes.
Yeah. That's just what it is. Screenshot that. Don't use this to fight me though, you know, because you can't argue against facts, right? These are tangible facts. You could throw somehow Dak Prescott into this mix too if you feel, you know. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, even the greats need help. Even the greats need help. Luka need Kyrie. Kyrie need Luka, right? And they got a kid over there. They got a kid coaching, you know. It's amazing. Now, as a basketball guy, but primarily talking football over here, I need for the Mavs to do me a huge favor. One being that the morale in Dallas need to be shifted. And tangible information and evidence need to be touched upon the Jones family to see how operations should be ran, right? Two being, man, everything is good when you're winning. And we got some things that we're working on. Salute to my guy, DeRoe. He will be performing halftime the first time when the Mavs played home game. So shout out to DeRoe. And shout out to Mo 3, man. His album came out, man. You know, salute to Mo 3. So put Mo 3 in the chat, man. If you support his music and everything, salute to him. And the Rainwater guy. Salute to all of the people in the local areas here. But most importantly, the Mavs need to win because I can't stand the Celtics. If you really know who I am, I can't stand the Celtics. So I need for the Mavs to do me a huge favor, baby. Come on. And I'm praying that Parsons read the room and don't wear a Tatum jersey. Don't wear that Jason Tatum. Don't wear his shoes, his jersey, his shirt, none of that stuff, man. Read the room, Parsons. We praying for Parsons, man. And if you're a Cowboys Celtic fan, man, hey, man, shout out to you, man. But I can't stand y'all during this time of the season. Yeah. But at the end of the day,
Spartans, prepare for glory.
Yeah, at the end of the day, Elijah, I knew I was gonna get a Boston fan in here, man. God dog. But shout out to y'all, man. Yeah. And I like the Tatum kid. I like him. He ain't Kobe though. That brother is not Kobe. And if y'all talking about soft, come on, man. that boy, soft. Wind soft, paper mache soft. Appreciate you, Brandon Ross. But if you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad that you don't get tired, and it makes you hold everything tawdry and cheap, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you'll gladly go out there and sweat for it, fret for it, and plan for it, and lose all terror of your mind, if you would just simply go after the thing you want, if dogged and grim and besieged and beset, with the help of Almighty, Cowboy Nation, and everyone that's listening. Luka, you can get it. Come on, baby. Kyrie, come on, baby.
Dread it, run from it. Destiny arrives all the same.
Let me see some blue hearts in the chat for the Mavs, man.
What should I say?
It still works that way, right? Yeah. We about, man. One love, baby. Let's run it up, baby. Roll the credits. Shout out to Mode 3.
I've been really in the field, love the rush, I love the feel. Lately I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to a meal. Lately I just wanna run it up. Yeah. Kinda check the song. Lately I just wanna run it up. Count that too, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it up.
Cowboys, Mavs, baby.
Need them ones, I need them fives, need them tens, I need that change to the safe, got blues inside. Greens and pinks, it's all the same. I still save and roll my change. Take some losses when I play, charge it to the game. I'm with L, yeah, I'm with T Black, I'm with Revan now. I'm with Bay, yeah, I'm with J, yeah, I'm with Chuck and now.
Who will law, baby? If I offended anyone, charge it to my head. And the guy that got that answer right on me with the Andy Reid, send me your Cash App, man. I want to send you something, man. Send me your Cash App, dog. You got me. You got me. You won. Good night, y'all.
I've been really in the field, love the rush, I love the feel. Lately I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to a meal.
Shout out to Law Nations 2.0. We got that one going. But what I want to do here is due to the algorithm. I started the Law Nation motivation page by itself. So check out Law Nation motivation page. Subscribe to it if you can. The link right there is in the description box or in the chat area. If you guys do me a huge favor, subscribe to that. It's a faceless YouTube channel. Law Nation Sports Motivation. Pure motivation. Positive vibes only. And it's growing. We already at 278 subscribers. Come on, get it up to 300 today, man. Appreciate y'all. One love. And, oh, did y'all hear that breaking news? Oh, my goodness.
We answered. I talked stuff. I thought we had it. But it goes to show you who's a better team. And I'm sticking Cowboys.
You're crying.
I'm hurt. I love my Eagles. I don't believe it.
You gonna flap the hat one more time for the Eagles for the hard fight they did?
Let's go Birds, fly Eagles, fly. Still Super Bowl chance for now.
Y'all saw those blue fingernails she had? Yeah, she's an insider. Yeah. Let's get on up out of here. One love, man. Y'all be safe. Hey, somebody tell HyperX about that breaking news too, by the way. Appreciate you. I love Wade.
Dak Prescott.
Yup.
Take a drag of my cigarette. Read me out. Read me
Good night, everybody. Until next time.
Don't let the street lights lead you all alone. You know it's dangerous to go alone.
Shout out to the Water Carrier Gang, baby.
Can I be on? Play it too. I'll follow. Wherever you go, whatever you do, play it too. Seven years of the perfect love. 7 more and another one. And another one. Fighting
gang. Beer gang.
Don't let the street
lights hit you.
all alone.
Don't let them hit you, baby.
You know it's dangerous to go alone. Don't let the street lights hit you. Can I be on? Play it too. I'll follow. Wherever you go, whatever you do, play it too.
Now, if the water carrier carrying beer, oh my gosh. Hey, that'll be nice though, right? There'll be that dark lager. Yeah. Guinness. Just want me a cool glass of beer now. Michelob. Come on, man.
If a baby grain can fly, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on.
Yes, indeed, man. Oh my goodness, man. Let me play this one little thing right here.
Please come home.
What we got?
I got beans and bologna.
God sees in you what you don't see in yourself. And that's why he chose you to break generation cycles. And he about to open door for you that no man can shut. That no man can shut.
See, when you invest in something and you hustle and you work for something, you got a different type of attachment to it. You're gonna have a cold day in hell for somebody trying to take this from you. We live by this, we die by this. We don't surrender, we don't retreat. Every man must search his own soul. I listen to that quote every morning. I wanna get mine out the mud.
All I ask.
I want mine out the dirt. I don't want no handouts. I don't want no celebrity to co-sign me and somebody to see me in the street and say, I remember when such and such put you on. No.
Are you not entertained?
It may sound harsh, but I'm gonna beat myself up so the world can't beat me up. Because the world is a cruel place. It can be a beautiful
evil
place
world
if you
we
allow
live
it to
in.
be. Once your perspective changes, that's when miracles happen. What else I gotta conquer so I can get to the next level? What else? There's always gonna be giants at the gate. If it ain't rough, it ain't us. Let's go. Wow. So it ain't like, why me? It's like, why not me? Let's do it.
All
the
right.
flowers don't chase the bees. The flowers just are.
Peace, y'all. Peace.